Hello everyone and welcome back to Move Daily Fitness. I'm Tracy Steen. This beginner workout, we're focused all on your upper body. So we're gonna hit 5 elements. We'll do back, chest, biceps, triceps, and shoulders. So each circuit will contain all 5 of those exercises. We'll repeat it through twice and then move on to the next circuit. You're gonna require a variety of dumbbells for the workout today, and here are the ones I might suggest a beginner use, but of course lift within your own abilities. I'll also use a bench, something to lie on, but you can use the floor if you don't have one. All right, we'll start you with a warm up and we'll end with a cool down. Don't forget, if you're looking for a program where you can improve your stability, mobility, balance, and flexibility, join our Motion Mastery program. It's new. I've done it with Coach Andrew Licurdo, and you can click or tap the card at the top of the screen or check in the description below. It's a great program to put on repeat to get stronger as you age. All right, let's do this and move daily. Let's put strength on the watch, traditional strength. All right, we'll just start by swinging the arms right here. Get the upper body warmed up and then jump into it. We're gonna increase the heart rate a little bit here as well, just to get the blood flowing. So give me a heel tap and press right here. Bring your elbows back, stretching through the chest. All right, high knees, alternate sides. And back kick, punch forward. And reach across, reach, stretch through that middle back. And overhead reach right here. Warming up those lats. Good. Soften the knees and some front and back bends right here. Just a gentle push forward of the hips. One more here. And into some heel digs. So heel is low, toe is high, sweep the ground and alternate sides. Last one on this side. Good, and little torso turn right here. Okay, there we go. Take a look at the screen, grab what you need, and here we go. We're gonna start with the really light weights and do a pec deck press. All right, knees are soft. We're gonna squeeze together here, then come into this bent elbow position and press over the chest. All right, stick your chest out and squeeze right here and press right here. Good. So on the press, you are fighting gravity, which is why we lift lighter on this one. All right. Try to stay over the chest, not up to the ceiling. And we're just pressing out, no shrugging. Good, set those down. We're gonna go into a single 1-arm row. I'll hold a 12-pound dumbbell. You can prop yourself up on a bench, couch, chair, table, or your knee here. That's what I'll do. Here we go. And we row. I'll call half and then we'll switch sides. So allow the arm to lengthen and then you're retracting the shoulder blade at the top. Okay, keep the core engaged. Very nice. Now switch sides. Other arm, back is flat. Pull. And let's go into a bicep curl. So I'll hold 10s here. We're gonna alternate curl. So up to one side, switch, there to the other side, roll the shoulders low and back, knees are soft. And here we go, up. Think about the bicep, squeeze at the top. Keep those elbows in, that's it. Nice control of the down. Don't just let the dumbbell fall to your side. You're controlling it. We are going into an isolated overhead tricep extension. I'll hold an 8. I'll call half. You're here, knees are soft. We're coming behind and pressing. I'll show you the back view, see where it's going. So you're here and press, low and press, that's it. So you might use a 3, 5, 8, 10. It's gonna be whatever you can press back up without coming to failure up there. You don't wanna fail up there. All right, last one on this side. Now switch. Here we go. Slow and press. Good, I think next round we'll hit it for 40 seconds per arm and we can slow things down quite a bit. Get a few more reps in. Okay, and let's finish with a shoulder exercise here. I'm gonna go with 3-pound dumbbells, nice and light here. We're gonna do a front lateral combo. So one to the front, one to the side. Don't move your torso, keep it facing the front. So you're here and switch. Good, and switch. So you're testing the waters in the first round. Was it too light? Was it too heavy? Could you have done more reps? If yes, you could feel free to jump up to the next weight amount during the second set. And roll the shoulders back. Okay, now we're going into the second set. Back to your pec deck press, and I'll stick with the 3s here. Again, go heavier if you'd like. Shoulders low and back. Engage the core and squeeze right here. Press over the chest. Push. There you go. This is one that's harder than it looks because you're fighting that gravity there. So even if you have to do just the motion with the arms, you are holding an isometric contraction, which means you're holding those arms up there. So muscle has to be activated with or without weights. So depending on where you're at in your own fitness level, this could be 1 pound, 2 pounds, 5 or 8. Moving into our 1-arm row. I'll hold a 12 this time. And again, hinging at the waist wherever you can. Roll the shoulder back. We're retracting that shoulder blade. I'll call half. And we pull. Good. Pull and lengthen. Last one on this arm, and switch your side. And into the bicep curl. Again, 8s, 10s, 12s, somewhere in that range. I've got 12s this time. Alternating sides. Roll the shoulders back and soften the knees. Here we go, and lift, switch, good. Take a little peek at your wrists. Make sure they're locked in neutral. They shouldn't be bent back. Okay, that's a recipe for carpal tunnel syndrome. We don't want that. Into your single overhead extension for triceps. Okay, maybe a 5, 8, or 10. I've got my 10 here. We're gonna go for a full 40 on each side, remember. So soften the knees, engage the core. Slow, slow, and press. Good. If you need a break halfway through, just bring the arm down, take a rest for a second, and then pop back up as soon as you can. We are controlling that down here, lengthening through the tricep, then shortening. Stay with me on this side. Very nice. Switching arms. Give that arm a little shake. And again, readjust your position and posture, making sure shoulders are low and back and core is engaged. Here we go, other side, low and press. And more seconds here, then into our shoulders before our next circuit starts. I'm going into my 5 pounds for the front lateral combo. So 1s, 2s, 3s, 5s, somewhere in that range, 8s maybe. 1 to the front, 1 to the side, knees are soft. And lift right here, torso stays facing me. I kind of want to think of that shoulder, okay, where that little pop is on the side, pushing the weight up. So that's what I think of. I think this part here is pushing up the weight. All right, take a quick water break. Pause if you need longer. Join me back. There's the next circuit. Take a look, grab what you need, and we'll do it. We're gonna start down on the ground with our chest press. So I'm gonna grab 10s. I'm also gonna bring my 3s to the ground here. All right, over the chest, starting that chest press. Hips are up in bridge, and we press over the chest right there and down. So you're coming down toward the ground, hover and press. Don't bounce the elbows off the ground. And you can be in glute bridge just to activate more muscles, or you can be lying flat on the ground, whatever you prefer. I'm up in glute bridge just for the fun of it. Just for the fun of it. Because we're having fun, right? Yes, we are, Tracy. Thank you for reminding us. Amen to that. You gotta make it fun, you know? Almost there, keep going. We're staying down here for back. All right, so this is where those lighter weights come in. We're gonna do a dumbbell pull over with a leg extension. So hitting a little ab here at the same time. So both arms go back, one leg, and then we'll alternate. So slow and controlled. All right, hold those dumbbells close together. Reach, switching legs. If you cannot do the leg component, put your feet down on the ground. Just do the arms like this, okay? So lots of options here. Alternatively, if you want to make it more challenging, you can put both legs out at the same time here. All right, you have to really have some good core muscles to do this one though. Pushing the small of the back into the ground. All right, very nice. If you need more time to stand up so you're not dizzy, make sure you take that, but up you get. Let's go into our pinwheel curl. I'll hold 8s, alternating that bicep curl, crossing in front right there. Here we go. Bicep faces we're focusing on the peak. So palms face the ceiling and we're flexing that peak of the bicep right here. Good, and moving into your tricep kickback. This is also gonna be propped up on something. Watch your weights here. So either on a bench, chair, or your leg, we're gonna kick that back right there, and I'll call half. I'm holding that 5, kick and pause. Now, you don't wanna swing this down too far. So you can see my hand as a guide. You don't have to keep your hand there, but you don't want to do a full range swing like this. Okay, we're gonna stop, press, switching arms, and press. That's it. Let's go into our overhead press now, and I'll hold 5s. Right there and there. Single, single, double press. Knees are soft. One, other side, and then both together at the same time right there. Here we go. Press, switch. Now both together. Arms are slightly in front of that lateral plane. So you can see I'm just slightly in front. All right, that's a better position for my shoulder as opposed to right out at the side here. Slightly in front is totally fine. Again, your wrists are locked in neutral here. Don't let the wrist bend back. Okay, back to the top. Let's go down to the ground again for our chest press in that glute bridge. I'm holding 10s over the chest. Hips are up and work. Press here and down. And into your dumbbell pullover with that little bit of abs. Back to the 3-pound dumbbells. Hold them close together or touching. Knees are bent, and we're gonna alternate those legs while the arms go back. Here we go. Push the small of your back into the ground and slow the action down. Make your way to standing, and we'll go back into the pinwheel curl. Okay, make sure there's no dumbbells underfoot. I'll go to my 10s this time. Alternating sides. And flex at the top. Good. If you go a little heavier, just remember to keep that wrist locked in neutral. Don't let it bend back. Good. Into triceps, we'll do that kick back. Okay, 5 pounds was good last time, so we're hinging at the waist, lifting the elbow up, keeping it high, and a little pause at the top. I'll call half. You're here and slow. Here and slow. Putting the mind in the triceps here. Switching arms. And moving into our last exercise of this circuit, I'll hold the 5s. Single dumbbell shoulder press. All right, get yourself situated, knees are soft, engage the core. Single, single, double here. Now you could do doubles the whole time, all right? This gives you that slight reprieve and might be better for beginners, but if you have it in you to hit them both at the same time for the whole 40 seconds, feel free. Doing well. Last 10 seconds here, then a little water break before our final circuit. Okay, excellent. Take a moment, stretch things out. If you need longer break, of course, pause the video. There's the last circuit. Take a look at the screen, and that's what's coming up next. We're gonna start with a tricep press, and I'll hold 10s. You can do this from the ground, okay? I'm gonna use an incline bench, but on your back on the ground is fine. Palms will face each other, wrists locked in neutral, and we press to the ceiling. Here we go. All right, I'm holding 10s here. And again, you're not gonna bounce your elbows off the ground if you are on the ground. Okay, nice and control on the down. Set those down. Actually, I'm gonna set one down. I'm gonna hold my 10 for my wide row. So hinge forward on something. It can be your leg again. We're gonna pull up to 90 degrees right here. I'll call halfway and we'll switch. So hinging forward, we pull and down. So we're hitting a little bit of middle back muscle at the top of your back. Okay, lower trap, middle back, and rear delt, back shoulder. Just a few. One more on this side, then we'll switch. All right, switching arms. Pull up to 90 degrees, right out to the side, and don't let that dumbbell swing at the bottom. You're in control here. And I'll stick with the 10s for my hammer curl. Okay. So palms face the thighs. We're working the long head of the bicep here. It's straight up and down. I've got the 10s, shoulders back. And we curl. Don't swing at the bottom. And curl. So there's no movement at the bottom. Some people I see doing this, right? That swing. You want to come to a dead stop and then hit the curl. So dead stop and use the biceps to bring the weight up, not momentum. Let's go into a skull crusher. So you can do this seated if you wish, or standing. It's up and over, knees are soft and elbows are close to the ears. Okay, we're gonna come back and extend at the top, flexing those triceps. I've got the 10 pounds here, slow. Press, slow. Good. So it's a nice full range of motion, working those triceps. Okay, set that down and we'll go into our upright row W. So we're gonna lift the weight here and then hit the W shape there. I'll start with 5s. It's gonna be whatever you can W. Roll the shoulders back. So a high pull here, up to W, pause and slow. High pull, good, and W. If you feel it's too difficult to do the high pull, just stick with the W, okay? That's fine. Some people, if they don't have great rotation of their shoulder girdle, it's hard to do that high pull or the upright row, as it's also called. So that's fine. The W is a better action, or an action that most people can do. So you determine what's best for you. And there. Let's do one more round, folks. You're doing well. Back to our tricep press. Okay. Sticking with 10s, palms face each other, on an incline bench or on the floor, and press right here. Ceiling, slow. Ceiling, slow. So your breath will be like this. Inhale as it comes down. Exhale on the up. Exhale as you press up. Let's go into our wide row for our back, upper back, lower trap, rear delt. Hinge wherever you can, back is flat, neck is neutral in alignment with your spine. Row up to 90 on the elbow. So you're here, slow. Don't let it swing at the bottom. One more on this side. Switch your arms and row up. The more bent in half you can be with support from your non-working hand there, the better. Okay, the more you're gonna hit that back muscle and not your upper trap or, upper trap mostly. Good. Into the hammer curl. I'll stick with those 10s. Typically, we are the strongest in this lift because the longest bicep head is working. So challenge the muscles, straight up and down. Here we go. Stick your chest out. Make sure you're not starting to round in the upper shoulders. And final exercise, let's go into our high pull W. 2s, 3s, 5s, 8s, somewhere in that range. Got my 3 5s, 35s, 5s. High pull here, W here. Pause and slow. Up and pause. Good. You're controlling the down, remember. Halfway, folks. Stay with me. You're doing well today. Nice upper body strength workout. Moving all of those upper body muscles today. Last one here in 3, 2, 1 and done. You've moved daily in your beginner upper body strength workout. Boom, which way to the beach, they say. Did they say that? I don't know. Join for a stretch if you can. Well done, everyone. Let's start by linking your hand around something. And maybe it's a chair, a bench, a couch, a pole downstairs in your basement. I don't know. Just hold on to something and then you're gonna pull up. Think about separating the shoulder blade there. So just really stretching through the middle back and lat. Good, and switching sides. Reach up. Oh, it feels delightful, doesn't it? Yes, yes, yes. A lot of people are flexible, but we tend to lose that ability as we age. And so it becomes important to actually sustain flexibility so that you maintain good posture. Arm is up on a wall and we're just gonna open up into the chest muscle here. We tend to lose that function, right? So if you're not actively trying it and testing it and doing those exercises and stretches, switch sides, you tend to just start to get tightened. And if you are on a computer lots or your phone, we're gonna have that tightness in our pec muscles and probably weakness in our back muscles, which is why the back exercises that we did today are excellent for strengthening the back to keep the shoulders back and to keep our posture in alignment, right? Let's take the hand. I want you to put it behind your back and you're going to pull it gently this way and tilt your neck the same direction. Stretching through that front shoulder here. These are things that can be done, you know, take a little break midday from your desk if you're still working and do a few stretches. Switch sides here. Lots of, you can just Google desk stretches. You know what I've done? I have a standing desk, which I love. It's on hydraulics. So sometimes I'll put my leg up on there and then I'll make the desk go high and really increase the stretch in my glute and hamstring. It's great, like a little machine that does stretching for you. I love it. Let's go into a tricep stretch here. Bring that elbow up. Anyway, I think it's just important to do these things. And if you make them automated, and if you link them to already existing habits, it can be a lot easier. So for an example, while your coffee's brewing, maybe you have a pantry there, switch sides, and you want to do a little chest stretch while the coffee's doing its thing for 2 minutes. Well, put one hand on one wall, one hand on the other of your door frame of the pantry, lean in, stretch, hold this for as long as your coffee is brewing. So you get that stretch into the pecs, hands behind the back, stretch through the chest, drop those shoulders low here. Anyway, I think that's important and I'm gonna try and do that. I hope you do as well. Thanks for joining, everyone. It was great. And don't forget, we do have that motion mastery program. You can click or tap the card right there. And I'll see you all in the next workout.